YouTubers, if you've ever played Sea of Thieves, and if you've ever played on Open Crew, it actually sucks that I even have to make this video in the first place, but it needs to be addressed. Sadly, there are a lot of toxic players in this game, and sadly there's a lot of self-declared captains. And I'm assuming all of you know what I'm talking about. You know, if you're like me and you're in your mid-20s and you're like 10 years older than everybody else in this entire game, sometimes you're even almost 20 years older, maybe 15 years older. But the thing is that if after a long day at college or your full-time job, basically the last thing that you want to do is to get yelled at by literally somebody in the 6th grade. So in this video, I actually have a 6th grader locked in our brigantine. I originally had 4 people in my galleon, but the other 2 of them left after we finished the Crested Order of the Souls mission, or however it's pronounced. So a little backstory is, the moment that I joined this game, this kid was telling me to get my Crested mission, do this, do that, calling everybody incompetent. I shit you not. This kid jumped off the side of our boat, started swimming towards an island, and we were sailing away because we didn't realize that he jumped off. And he says, "Oh, you guys are all incompetent, blah, blah, blah. You know, you guys didn't even drop the anchor for me." You know, it just kind of sucks because most of the children that play this game are under the impression that everybody else is on here to play with them and basically revolve our gameplay around them. Oh, you jumped off the boat? Okay, I guess that the rest of us should all just stop the anchor and wait for you to get back. Yep, that's how the game's played. 3 people revolve their lives around one. So in this case, in this video, it was me, a 24-year-old, a 32-year-old, and I believe a 28-year-old. And now we have a 13-year-old in the brig. And I shit you not, this kid was cussing at us, calling us stupid, calling us borderline retarded, and he was just extremely manipulative, extremely rude, and I'm so happy that I ended up messaging my crewmates, and I literally said to them, I'm like, so, do you guys want to brig this guy? And they agreed. And now he's in the brig. And we had to do that about 3/4 into this mission. So now he's sitting there pouting, and what it's not recorded is him sending me messages calling me a faggot and telling me to leave the game so that he can have my Athena. So, inevitably, I ended up canceling the voyage and lighting the boat on fire. So, now he's just down there burning alive repeatedly, infinitely. And eventually he does quit. It's just, I feel like it needs to be talked about because there's a lot of people that you will meet in this game that think that they're the captain for whatever reason. You know, every time you go to an outpost, they change the layout of the boat to their favorite layout, or they take over the wheel and they can barely drive. You know, these very toxic preteen, prepubescent, or however you fucking say that word, prepubescent children on this game that literally think that they run everything. And it's insane how cocky these kids are. Like, if you want to be the captain, first of all, you need to understand something. There's no such thing as a captain in this game. Everybody is equal. When you play this game, it's to have fun. It's to make money. It's not to get yelled at and get cussed out by some child. It doesn't even matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how skilled you are. You are not the captain of the ship. Nobody's the captain. This is a democracy. It's literally a fucking video game. It's called a crew. There's no such thing as a leader. Unless you are literally, by choice, being told, hey, can you help us out? Can you teach us how to play the game? There is no excuse for shitty behavior. And it really sucks that players like this exist, because it really makes the entire environment extremely hostile. But if you guys ever come across a very toxic player and you think that your crewmates agree with them, don't be afraid to message them and be like, hey, this guy is really upsetting me and he's really demanding. Let's throw him in the brig. because that's what the brig is for. If your shitty attitude literally affects everybody else's gameplay and makes it no longer fun to even play the game, then put them in the brig. You know, you don't owe anybody anything. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, is that people's feelings are not more validated than your own. If somebody is being a dick, brig them. You do not owe anybody anything. Alright? Just please. And for future reference, if you ever want to be captain, you know, well, you have to understand that you don't just decide, hey, I'm the captain now, I am the captain now. You have to literally be like, hey guys, what do you want to do? A captain is chosen, elected, not self-declared. But if you're a psychotic control freak, like 13-year-old borderline fucking sociopath, then you need to fucking get off this game and go play fucking Call of Duty or something, because there are way more toxic games out there for your crazy ass. Well, if you guys like this video and you agree with me, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.